News are coming non-stop and it's going to be crazy in the next 45 days. We still have plenty of time after the World Cup for the transfer window, so it's going to be crazy. Remember to be here and we jump into it together. And we start immediately with the updates. We start immediately with the news. And let me just confirm to you what I've been telling you now for the last 24 hours. Ederson to Manchester United, deal off. I know there have been different informations, other people saying that it's still not decided, it's still not clear, we still have to wait, and again, I respect absolutely all of that, but Atalanta confirmed again today that the player has been informed that he has to return to Atalanta. He's not going to be signed by Manchester United, so that's the position of the club. Atalanta ready to welcome back the player. Atalanta believe Ederson is absolutely okay and fit, ready to play football on a regular basis, so no issues about that one. I can also add to you that Ederson already left England and Ederson is ready now to go to holiday and then return to Atalanta. So that's the stance of parties involved, waiting for Manchester United's stance. I imagine after what happened, Manchester United want to take an official position, and I respect that, obviously. So we have to wait for Man United position as well. But Atalanta and also the players' camp make clear that the deal is not happening anymore. Also, a little bit disappointed on player side because Ederson really had this dream of playing for Manchester United. So the story is quite clear. Manchester United remain keen on signing new midfielders because André Santos is done. Also, many of you asking me why André Santos is not official. Guys, I'm not controlling the social media of Man United to make announcements, but I can guarantee to you that André Santos is signed, completed. Also, the contract has been signed yesterday. André Santos already completed everything, so Ederson is off, but André Santos is happening, and the deal is guaranteed. £50 million, 48 plus 2, and everything done. 5-year deal plus 1 option. Then in terms of deals done, just to confirm some stories I told you here on the channel over the recent days, Morten Hjulmand to Atletico Madrid is official, 40 million euros, 5 in advance. And good luck to Morten Hjulmand with this new opportunity after playing in Italy with Lecce, in Portugal with Sporting, now he's new Atletico Madrid player. And then another exclusive story, Jeremy Monga, I told you about the Hijack by Manchester City today. Man City in the morning made official the deal for Jeremy Monga, new talent for the citizens. So a lot of movements around Europe. I also wanted to confirm something about another story I've been telling you in the recent days, and it's about Alejandro Garnacho. We have to take a minute about Alejandro Garnacho. Why? Because Chelsea have decided together with Alejandro Garnacho and together with his camp not to involve the player in any training session for the pre-season with Xabi Alonso. So Garnacho is not even part of the Chelsea squad training for pre-season, is not even working with Xabi Alonso, because for Chelsea and Garnacho, the best solution, that's the feeling on both sides, is to part ways this summer. So I think we can say it's over between Chelsea and Alejandro Garnacho. So Chelsea don't see the sense of making the player training if he's not part of the project for the long term. Garnacho will train on his own and prepare for the next move. I told you Roma want Garnacho. Roma are in talks with Chelsea, but Roma are offering a loan deal while Chelsea want a permanent move. And Chelsea value the player at 50 million euros, Italian clubs or clubs from abroad, not from England in general, so that's for Roman and for other clubs, and then they value the player for Premier League clubs at 45 million pounds. So two different pricing, England and abroad, but Garnacho is gonna leave the club in this summer transfer window. So, one more confirmation of what I've been telling you, the Garnacho situation will be resolved in the next weeks, so work in progress about that. Let's take a minute also about Barcelona, guys, because on Barcelona, again, many questions on the Ferran Torres story. I told you in a video last night, you can find everything here if you want to find the full story, but for Ferran Torres, the decision made on player side and the agents of the player is to have conversations with clubs. So Ferran Torres, before deciding his future, which is going to be decided in any case after the World Cup, not today, not tomorrow, so we have to wait, but in any case, the agents of Ferran Torres are talking to clubs. That's something they decided to do before deciding on staying at Barcelona, signing a new contract or not. In any case, they want to talk to clubs. And that's what's happening with Paris Saint-Germain. They are talking with the agents, the agents are talking with Paris Saint-Germain, so there is an active conversation. Ferran Torres, PSG, he's one of the names in the list for PSG, not the only one. PSG sources guarantee that there are more names in the list, not only Ferran Torres, his name under consideration. They had conversations with the agents, but at the moment, still nothing advanced or close because they still have to assess more options. And also, Ferran Torres is talking to several clubs, including Barcelona, over new contract before making a decision. So that's the status of the Ferran Torres story. Meanwhile, new talent signed for Barcelona, because the agreement is being finalized while I'm doing this video, while I'm checking all the news every day for you, and it's a new winger for Barcelona from Bruges. In this case, is a young, talented player, and is called Jesse Biziou from Bruges. The deal is at the final stages, as was reported by the Belgian press and the Spanish press today. It's a deal for around 10 million euros with a big sell-on clause around 30%, and so Biziou to Barca will be, here we go, in the next hours, days, waiting for some paperwork and details to clarify between Barca and Bruges. So many movements also on this one. Let me mention once again, all these stories are not impacting the situation of Ferran Torres. Biziou is a signing that Deco and Joao Amaral, the director of scouting of Barcelona, wanted to do because they believe he has a lot of potential, but is not going to impact anything in terms of immediate first squad. And also, the situation of Ferran Torres is something that still has to develop. But in any case, Barcelona, even signing Karim Adeyemi, who will be in Barcelona on Wednesday, are not going to impact the deal for Julian Alvarez, because they still want to go for Julian. They still want to try for Julian, and they will still go all in for Julian Alvarez. Then, Atletico Madrid don't want to sell to Barcelona, so the situation remains tense between the two clubs. We have to see what happens, but Barcelona still want to sign a top striker and still want to go for Julian. Then we have to see what's going to be possible and what's not going to be possible, not based on Adeyemi or all the rest. And then let me close, for those who stay for the whole video, with the exclusive story. A surprise of the day: Ajax are in talks to sign Azzedine Ounahi. The midfielder from the Moroccan national team did very well at the World Cup this year, did very well at the World Cup 4 years ago in Qatar. Very interesting player. He's at Girona. They got relegated in second division in Spain, and now Ajax are trying to sign Azzedine Ounahi. Conversations ongoing, talks ongoing, player side, club side with Girona. He has release clause around 25 million euros, and Ajax are going for Azzedine Ounahi as new midfielder. Michel, the manager, is the same coach he had at Girona, so that's the connection. Jordi Cruyff, the director, already approved the move. Ajax are trying to make something special happen in midfield, and the player they want is Azzedine Ounahi. On this, guys, and much more, I will keep you posted in the next videos, in the next hours. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, be here every single day with all the latest on a crazy, crazy transfer window. Thank you as always, and see you soon.